Hello, in this video, I am going to show you the random forest classifier from the scikit-learn model. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new file, pyNB. Okay, and first I'm gonna copy the utility function imports. Okay, let me see if it works. It should work. Okay, and then I'm gonna load the libraries, but then the thing that's different is right here. So random forest classifier. Hopefully it works. Okay, and also I remember that I need to do this too. So this one is a setup for writing the file, the image file, when you wanna visualize the trees. Okay, so here I'm gonna kind of go through them quickly now because you've seen them a lot of time. So I'm gonna load the iris data, right? I'm gonna extract the last two columns, right? I'm gonna split the data. There you go. And then I'm gonna do the standardization, meaning that I'm gonna make the attribute the same size, for example. I think one thing that I forgot to tell you is that actually this part, the standardization, it's actually not important. Like it's optional for decision tree because it doesn't, like this decision tree doesn't care about the size of your attributes because it's keep asking a question one attribute at a time. So it does not affected by the size or the range of your attributes. Okay, I forgot to mention that in your decision tree. So same thing with the random forests, right? Okay, so I'm gonna use some of my experiments set up right here. So I have 3 experiments and I have criterion. So these are number of trees. Max sample is none, meaning that the tree is actually seeing all the sample, right? If you set them to be 20, that means that each tree only get access to 20 flower at a time when it was training, okay? And max feature is a square, SQURT, meaning that it only get access to the square root of the number of the total number of features. So actually, if I think I put it right here, right? It's auto or square. Let me just make sure that I get it correctly. So I'm gonna search for random forest because maybe things are changing. So let me just make sure that this is correct. I'm gonna search for random forest classifier. Okay, right here. And as you can see, I'm stable version, and I'm gonna look for max feature. Cannot find it. Feature. Right here, max feature. So you can do SQRT, which is SQRT meaning that it's I think it's a square root. Yeah, square root of n feature. So n feature is the number of feature. So if it's 2, if you I guess in our example we only have 2 features, so 2 attributes, and if it's square root of that, it's like 1.4, and it's gonna take the ceiling of that number, so it should be 2. So I guess if you only have 2 attributes, it doesn't really matter what you choose because you have a very small number anyway. But once you have larger number of attributes, then yeah, this choice can become quite important. It depends on how much randomness you want in your model. Okay, so let's keep it at square root. That should be okay. And max depth equal to none. So as you can see that if max depth equal to none, then you have large trees or smart trees. If you have max depth equal to 2, then you have stupid trees. But it does make difference, as you can see, to the decision line. Okay, so I'm gonna keep 1 first. So this one I'm gonna use large trees. Okay, only 25 trees. Okay, so again I'm gonna do the random forest classifier. So random, what is this? I don't need this one. Hold on, things keep getting in my way. Okay, random forest classifier, that one. And then I'm gonna expand my param values into it. Param value, right here. Param values, okay, like there. And then I want to set this equal to forest. Okay, there you go. Oh no, I need to run it. Okay, one more time. All right. So again, I'm gonna do the training. So forest.fit with the training data, right? Xtrain, std, and ytrain. And I'm also going to do the prediction, which is right here. I'm predicting from the testing data, and then I'm going to count the number of misclassified samples, and also I'm going to do the accuracy score, right? And then I'm going to print everything out, okay, to see what the accuracy score is. So this one, you know, pretty good, right? And I'm going to do the decision surface, right, just to make sure that you know what it looks like, okay? So as you can see that, you know, random forest is like a tree. So, you know, it consists of tree. So I guess the shape of your line, decision line, is always going to be a combination of horizontal and vertical lines like this. But it can look more jagged because you have more, like you have a lot of tree watting, right? So it can have a little bit of more corners and things like that, right? And as you can see that if you can, if you change a parameter to be something that are smaller, I will go here. So if I do max depth equal to 2, maybe exercise 3, then I'm expecting like here. So I'm doing this one, especially stupid 3. Then I'm expecting the decision surface to be, I guess, different. Yeah, so something like that. So it's a little bit strange at some point, right? But it's again a combination of the horizontal and vertical lines. Okay. And as you can see that I guess this one is still doing the same, giving the same accuracy, because I'm not sure where this come from. It looks kind of weird, right? And again, all of the shape it come from watting, so it depends on your settings, right? So you can change the max depth, you can change the number of tree. Maybe I can do 2. If I do exercise 2, the number of tree actually will matter to the shape of your decision line, so something like that, right? But again, like the lines are different, but then it's actually doing the same thing, accuracy. Okay. Another thing that you can do is that we can kind of see what each tree looks like in your forest. So this is the code that you can use. So in here, I think I only plot up to up to 5 trees. So there are more. For example, in this forest that I use, if I use exercise 2, then there are 100 trees in my ensemble, but I only plot 5 of them, right? And this one, you can see that my max depth is equal to 2. So that means that each of the tree only asks 2 levels, like 2 questions max, right? But if I change them into max depth equal to none, for example, EX1, you can see that my trees will be much different. There you go. You can see that each tree has different sides, right? And then I guess the decision surface looks kind of weird too. So I mean, I guess this one is quite powerful, and do play around with it also. So another thing you can do is you can also increase this to be maybe like maybe 500. Then I'm expecting things to be a little more I guess smoother, not smoother, but yeah, it's still the same. It has this thing right here. So it depends on the randomness of your trees too. Okay, so do play around to see what the decision surface looks like. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's about it. But this one recommending a lot for a general use, is quite powerful. Okay,